Hello, everyone. Welcome once again. Today, I'm going to recreate that dessert that you saw on the photo. So, I'm going to demonstrate how we can bring that dessert to life. And at the end, I'll be plating it. And this is a straw. I'm going to make strawberry sorbet from scratch. And also, I'll be serving it with chocolate soil and also a tuile to go with it. So I'll be showing you step by step how this is made from the beginning until the end. So make sure you stay until the end so that you don't miss any step of this demonstration. So with me here, I have strawberries. So they are all different components to make this demonstration. So to start, we are going to start first with the most important and the first thing first. We call that a kind of how you make dishes. The first thing have to come first, while the middle thing have to come middle, and the last thing have to come last. So in this process, I should begin first by making the sugar syrup for the sorbet. But I've already made the sugar syrup yesterday because it has to be cold for me to be able to tune the sorbet here using the tune machine. But I'll also still demonstrate how you can make that at home. Easy, just very, very easy recipe, straight to the point. So this is the very fresh strawberries, is a hero of the season when we are speaking about desserts. So you can't miss this period without mentioning strawberries. So I'll be cleaning the strawberries, I'll be blending them, and I'll be showing you how to achieve that smooth, silky texture that you find in a sorbet. Hello, everyone. My name is Chef Vivian. Welcome again to another live episode. I'll be demonstrating it straight away. So I will start here. I have here a bowl with water, clean water. So this has already been washed. So I'll just remove, the green parts of the strawberries because we are not using that. So I'm just cleaning. I will just remove every green part to make it clean because you want your strawberries to be, reddish and really vibrant. So now we are in the season of strawberry and nectarine, and a lot of summer goodies. So we have been inspired by these fruits and most of the fruit in the season to create delicious dessert. So you can do or make a lot of things with strawberry, but I think sorbet is one of the easiest and the most refreshing dessert to make this season using strawberries. So you see they are so beautiful, so red. They are really, really beautiful. So I'll be just, transferring it here to this jug. So just give a little bit of rinse. It's enough for strawberries. They don't need too much rinse. Some people don't even rinse them, but I just find it necessary to do this. They are so beautiful. The strawberries are really, really, really gorgeous. So, like I say, first thing first, in every cooking, you have to follow step by step process, because sometimes some people begin the last thing first and the first thing last, which make your cooking process difficult and complicated. That is to say, sometimes maybe you finish something that have to be finished last first, and you make it difficult to follow up the steps. So that is why the first step is always important to follow it, so that
Kirk Williams too, and Kirk Williams say hi. You
Hi.
are so beautiful.
Hi, thank you, Cock. What is
Kirk
that?
Williams.
Cock Williams.
Like
hello, hello. Thank you for joining us.
Kirk Williams say keep going.
Oh, thank you so much, and thank you for joining us. We are here to inspire you today with these fresh strawberries. This is fruit of the season, and we cannot stop heroing this beautiful fruit that the season have to offer us. So today I'm going to inspire you guys.
Hi and say okay.
Okay, so I'm going to follow the step now, and the first process is to blend the strawberries into a puree, or you can call it into juice. Yeah. So it's so simple. I'm using here just my hand mixer for this process. You can also blend it with a blending machine, but I don't find it necessary. So you just use your hand blender to push it. After pushing it like 2 or 3 times, it will go deep inside. So you see, it already start mixing.
Say hope you keep going.
Yes, indeed, I will. I will. Thank you. Okay, now it has been blended. So it's as simple as this. It's not difficult, it's not complicated. So easy, just step by step to be followed. So I'm going to then, to achieve that perfect silky texture that you are looking for in these strawberries, you have
to say looks yum. Milk?
No, it's strawberries. So to achieve that smooth texture, we have to strain it using a very fine strainer, or sieve, you can call it. It's very, very fine. That is the smallest strainer you can find on the market or in the market. So if you pass it or you strain it through a bigger holes, you will still have the seed of the strawberries going through the holes. But some people like it. It's not that bad. You will not have any problem with that. But if you want to really achieve that silky texture in an ice cream or in a sorbet, you have to use a very, very, very fine and let me say small hole strainer, like you see me here using. So I'm just going to push it through the strainer. So I'm pushing it. I'm going to push it or pass it or strain it, if you want to use that word, through the strainer to remove every seed, because we want to give it a fine touch, really silky there. So I'm just pushing it. Takes a little bit of time, but it will be okay.
Gotta say yes, yeah, okay.
It's okay. So this is the only way you can achieve that silky, silky, silky ice cream that you want to eat this season. Yes, of course, there are a lot of ways, people, easy way of preparing ice cream. But if you still find it easy preparing it, just blending it in the ice, it is still the same thing like doing this the proper way, making it silky. So it depends on your preference. If you really like delicious, silky, find that fine dining touch in your ice cream, this is the best way to do it.
Correct, sir. Yummy.
So it's just ice cream and sitting outside. There's flies, it's not fly, it's insect from the garden. Going to clean it. So you see, we are getting close. So do you like ice cream? And what is your favorite ice cream? And which ice cream do you like best? So we see.
Corpulon say, I have to go. Don't worry, I subscribe to you.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you. Love, love. Thank you so much.
It's Williams.
And yes, see you next time. Hope you join us very soon again. Ciao, bye, and have a very, very nice evening. Okay, so I'm going to push this a little bit in again. And see, almost there. You can see the residue or you see the seeds. So I'm still going to press it a bit so that everything, remove every seed, every juice. Okay, at this point I will stop. So I'm just going to clean a bit. So this is the seed of the strawberries. I've strained it, and this is the leftover. So without this, you have this smooth texture, which I'm going to add sugar syrup to it and some lemon, and we can create that delicious, delicious sorbet. So where is my other? Yeah, here. Okay, to add some freshness to the strawberries, to the sorbet, I'm going to add 2 lemons. Lemon just add that, that's a little bit of kick in the sorbet instead of just that, when you add the sugar syrup, that's just flat sweet in it. So you have that balance of flavor between, a little bit of freshness, kick from the lemon that is after the sweetness. So that is why I'm adding 2 lemons to the sorbet. So I'll just use my strainer again so that I can hold everything, every seed or so back. So if you learn how to make this the right way, you will never have to buy sorbet again in the shop. And you're also free of any addictive in your sorbet, like all those ingredients that we don't really need in our food, like preservatives and coloring, that are not really strawberries. But you see here, we are making the sorbet using a natural fruit called strawberries, and there is nothing added to these strawberries which make it really, I can say healthy to eat. So I'm just going to let me rinse my hands a bit. So I'm just going to mix it a bit like this. So now I have incorporated the lemon into the strawberries. So the next is to add my sugar syrup. But first of all, I'm going to show how the sugar syrup is made. It is so easy. To make a sugar syrup, it's always 50-50. That is to say, you have 50% of sugar and 50% of water. So now I have here 1 kilogram of sugar. I'm just going to pour it into my cooking pot here, or you can call it casserole. Then I'm going to add 1 liter of water to this sugar. Then I'm using my whisk here just to loosen up the sugar so that everything will dissolve easily into the water. It is also very, very important that when you are adding water to sugar, that you don't move away from it. You have to whisk it or stir it immediately to prevent crystallization. Once sugar becomes crystallized, it doesn't melt anymore. So this process is always very important. You have to add, when you add water to your sugar, you have to whisk it immediately.
Rocky say hi, boss.
Hi, Rocky. Hello, Rocky. Hello. Thank you for joining us here with Chef Vivian. Thank you and good evening. Where are you watching us from? So I'm adding now the water to the sugar. So I'm just going to start this the fireplace or the stove. So what I'm going to do now is just to allow the sugar to dissolve and then come to a cook point. Then it turns the sugar water into what we call sugar syrup. It is as simple as that. It is not complicated. It's as simple as that. But to make a sorbet, you need a sugar syrup that is at least 4 degrees. That is not higher than 4 degrees Celsius. So that is why I made the sugar syrup in advance. I have here my sugar syrup. You can see it here. It has been made yesterday. Then I allow it to cool down in the refrigerator so that I can begin to tune it I'm using here my ice machine to tune the sorbet. So it's very, very important that you don't put hot syrup into your machine. Yes, it can work, but it's going to take a very, very long time before it becomes the sorbet. So we don't have all the time in the world to wait for this to become sorbet. So that is why it's important that you start with something cold. Your ingredients should be cold. You can even place the both ingredient. Like now I brought the strawberries. It's coming out of my refrigerator. Then I took it from there, and you can feel the strawberries. It's also about 4 degrees. I think maybe 3 degrees, 4 degrees. Then the sugar syrup is the same. So I'm going to add it together because I already know how much my strawberry is here. I have here 1 liter of 1 liter of strawberry. I think I added a little bit. There's 1 liter too. It doesn't really matter. It depends on how intense you want the strawberry to be. But the right ratio is 1 kilo strawberry juice or puree, we can call it, to 1 kilo to 1 liter sugar syrup. But the sugar syrup, that means that if you want to make it straight away, you can also make it straight away by using another method, which is 1 kilo of strawberry, and then you add 500 centiliter of water, and then you add 500 grams of sugar direct in a pot. You bring it to a boil, you mix it, and you strain it, and you have the same result like what I am showing here today, but using another method. So we have different methods of doing this. So you can add just water, your sugar, you bring it to a point, or you blend it, but you always bring it to a point, because if you are using crystallized sugar, it doesn't dissolve in a cold ingredient like strawberries directly, except if you are using a powder sugar. So if you are using powder sugar, you can maybe run away with it, or you can just manipulate it and blend it into with water and your strawberries. But if you are doing it just crystallized sugar, there will be a problem, because you will find that graininess of your sugar not dissolving at the end of your sorbet. You will be feeling it there. So that is why we prevent that. The best method and easiest method is to either bring all the ingredients and bring it to a cook point and mix it, or otherwise you make your syrup apart and you add it to your strawberry puree. I hope this point is understood. So now I have here my cold syrup, and I have here my strawberry puree. So I'm just going to bring the two together, blending them, mixing them together. So that is all what it takes to make a delicious sorbet. So if you are just joining me, let me explain what we have here all together. I have here 1 kilo of strawberries that has been pureed and strained. I remove all the seeds from the strawberry to create that silky and delicious texture that you want in a sorbet or any ice cream. And to refresh or to add freshness to this ice cream, I also added 2 lemon juice, medium lemon juice to it, to give it that balance of flavor between a little bit of sweet, that sourness, which is coming from the behind aftertaste of the sorbet. Then at the end now, I'm going to transfer the sorbet now into the ice machine to start tuning. So I added the syrup, which I already showed here, how you can also make this sorbet, syrup at home just by adding 50% of sugar and 50% of water. So I'm going to now pour the strawberries into the tuning machine. So that is all you need. So that is it. Then I'm going to start tuning, and my machine takes a few, about 20 minutes or 25 minutes, depends. Sometimes in the summer it's a little bit longer, but we see. So you see, I love this machine because it's so gorgeous, so easy to clean. You are seeing everything inside your machine, and there's no complicated one side. No, when I remove everything, I can just clean everything at once. So we just allow the machine to do its job while I show you other process what we are going to serve with this sorbet. So I'm just going to close the tuning machine while I show you the other process. So we'll keep this here aside. I'm going to clean my table, put everything aside so I can show you the next process. So the sugar syrup is almost ready. You can see it. It's almost ready. So I'll be going after I'll be going inside, and I'll be coming back to bring it cooked. Yes, to let me check if the machine, everything is working. Yes, okay. So the next procedure is I'm going to make a tuile to go with this dessert. So we are giving a fine touch to this dessert because I know it's easy. You can find sorbet everywhere, but that finishing touch to a dessert, just take it from one level to the other, or just take it to a really fine level. So the balance of texture, that is crunchiness, softness, and brings everything together. So for that reason, I'm going to make a tuile to go with this dessert. So I have here my weight scale, which I'm going to measure. So to make this tuile, I have all my ingredients here ready. So yes, my egg is there. Okay. So I'm going to make just a small size. It's a little bit bigger. So I'm using equal parts of all ingredients to be able to make this tuile. So it's also a simple recipe to follow. It's not complicated. It doesn't always have to be complicated to be right. So it's just following the step-by-step method and you find it very, very easy. So I'm just going to make sure the flour is equal portion of all ingredients. So I'm using flour, just all-purpose flour is always fine for basic recipes like this. I'm using butter, I'm using sugar, and then I'm using egg white for this. So here's my sugar. So I'm adding just equal parts of 4 ingredients. So we are using here only the egg and white, not the egg yolk, only the egg white. Yes. Still need a little egg white, just a little egg white. Yes. So measurement is always crucial when you are making dessert like cookies, like cakes, and all those other recipes. It's very, very crucial that you follow the measurement, because if you don't follow the measurement, it will not work. Your dessert will not work. So that is why it's very, very important to follow the measurement. So the sugar syrup, you can see it, is almost ready. So when it's ready, the only thing you can do is just keep it aside and let it cool down to room temperature, and then you can place it in the refrigerator and you can use it for weeks before it gets ransom, because it's just sugar and water. So here I have mixed the tuile. That is so easy to make a tuile. It's so easy as that. So what I'm going to do next is to melt the butter, and I'm adding the butter to this ingredient, the sugar, the egg white, and the flour. So the sugar syrup is ready. You can see that it starts cooking. So that is all you need. So I'm just going to look for something cold to place it, so that, yes, I'll place it under so that we stay out of the way. So I just remove the sugar syrup. You see it, I'll just place it and allow it to cool down until room temperature before placing it in the refrigerator. So now I'm going to melt the butter. So you see, it's, and you're just reducing the temperature, that is not forcing the butter, that the butter don't get burnt before it completes melting. So you can see the sorbet is doing its job there. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us here with Chef Vivian. Good evening, and hope you are having a nice day, everyone. And hope you are enjoying the summer also. Is this summer holiday where you are? We are here almost in the summer holiday. So, hope you are enjoying your time anywhere you are watching us from because it's really, really, really fantastic weather now. Last week we had a very, very hot weather over across Europe, but we are happy that the weather is getting calm again, and we can really enjoy the true summer weather. So leave your question below if you have one. I'll be very, very glad to attend each and every one of them. And later also, after everything, I'll also check out all your questions and your demands or whatever you ask. I will be looking at them one by one to respond to each and every one of you. Thank you. So it's like melting. You see it in a low temperature. You don't want to heat it up in a high temperature because you can get it burnt. So it's not the aim that it get burnt. So you just want to keep the temperature as low as possible. So you give it the time to melt. So meanwhile, we start preparing where we are going to spread. So there are different ways of making this so-called tuile that we serve with dessert or use as decoration or garnish to our food or to our plate. There are different ways of creating it. So in fact, the most sophisticated fine dining chef that you find all over on internet, they use a special form or a special silicone mat with a special shape to make this tuile. But yes, over the years I have also find out a lot of other shapes that I have created my own self out of my own inspiration. So I'm just here to inspire you at home today who don't have all those sophisticated material or silicone mat to create this tuile of your choice. So I am here to tell you that you can make this tuile at home even without all those sophisticated type of mat or silicone that you find. So here the butter is totally melted. You can see that it has melted, but you can see that it's still holding the milk content, which is white, the lactose. It has not been burnt. So that is what you should be keeping your eyes on, because if this is burnt, you will surely see that black point in your tuile, and that is what you should be preventing at this point. So I'm just going to pour it into this mixture here and bring everything together, and that is the what we call the appareil. We call it the tuile mixture. So how simple is that? Anyone can make this in the comfort of their own home using simple ingredients, just 4 ingredients: sugar, butter, all-purpose flour, and egg white. So who cannot make this? Anyone can make this. You just need the knowledge, you just need the know-how, you just need to see it, how it happened, how it's been done. So this is all you need. You mix it together. It's easy using a whisk, because a whisk will bring everything together at once. So that is why it is always easy. I always advise people to use whisk when you are trying to bring things together, like egg beating. In my shape, I have been using a lot of inspiration throughout the years without using any silicone mat. Although, as a professional chef, I have a lot of forms, a lot of silicone mats that I can show you maybe some other days. You can also see in some of our videos. Yes, but I always get my own personal inspiration, just making things my own way. So it is just beautiful letting your inspiration go. So let me show you how I do it. Sometimes without those form, you just use your spoon like this. I place my spoon like this. I use also a small spoon like this. It's easier also to make something, silky. So I just swipe it like this. You see, you just swipe it. You can swipe it 2 or 3 times. You see how it goes, and then I just swipe it like this. You see, I'm using my spoon, the back of my spoon, to create this form. So you don't need those, those sophisticated. Yes, it's good if you are cooking every day, you're a professional chef, but I'm telling you, you can't be really creative, making things out of your own imagination. So you can also make it as long as you want. So the longer is better, because I'm going to also show you a system to give this tuile a beautiful shape. So I sometimes roll them with my hands. You have 30 seconds when they are coming out of the refrigerator, the oven, sorry, to be able to roll it up. You have just 30 seconds to do that. So you cannot go more than 30 seconds. So you see, I'm also placing it there. So I'll be showing other form of the tuile later. So this is one of the methods that I use for my tuile. So tuile is also one of those fancy but really delicious garnish to go with your dessert. So, and it's one of those quick desserts, those quick wow that you can give to dessert at the last minute. Even if you don't have anything to make an ice cream, you can just jump into your pantries and just pick your sugar, your flour, and your butter and your egg whites, and you are ready to make this delicious tuile. So there's no reason anyone should not make this. So it's as easy as that. In this tray, I always make like 6. You see, I just make 6 so that are so flat and crunchy. So I will be, making the second tray, and then I will be going into the kitchen to place it in the oven. So it's easy also on the silicone mat, because you can just remove it immediately when it's done baking. So let me show you how far. Look at the ice is going. Yes, it's getting cold. You see, I can feel it here. So I can just move, faster. So you can make it as long as you want. The longer it is, the easier it is to shape. You can also use this spoon also. So that is the second. So the machine is making a lot of noise. The next time I'm going to place the machine somewhere else. Yes. Or in the kitchen. I'm going to place it away. Okay. Now I have finished, spreading the tuile. So the next is to go into my kitchen to place the tuile in the oven. But first of all, I'm going to put on the oven and I'll be right back. So I am back. I have beginning to heat up my oven or to warm up the oven. So then I will have to transfer the tray to the oven and let it bake. So look at, we are halfway. Look, it starts creating the sorbet. You see how silky, beautiful color, red. It is gorgeous. That is just the color of the summer, I call it. So I'm just going to close it. So I'm putting this tray here, just wait, in front here, a bit in front. I still have one thing to show, so maybe I'll just keep going until I need what do I need? I still need a bowl. Yeah, I will use this. Wait, there's one here. There's the other. I've taken it indoor. So I'm going to rinse this up. First of all, I'll be back. I'm going to rinse it here. Okay, I am back. So I'm going to make a chocolate soy. So how do you make a chocolate soy? We have two types of chocolate soy. We have the one with sugar and chocolate, which is just chocolate melting and then sugar and cooking to a certain degree and adding your chocolate to it, and then you whisk it to the soy. You can also find those videos. I have already shown how to make that. But I'm going to demonstrate another way of making a chocolate soy today. And this is basically a kind of, we call it crumbles, but with chocolate in it. So we still have almost the same equal part of ingredients in this. But I'm just going to make the chocolate itself a little bit more intense because I want that chocolate to be pronounced in this chocolate soil. So what am I going to do now? I'm just going to melt also the sugar, the butter. So like I said, I am just making here all the ingredients equal parts of every ingredient. And I'm also going to melt it on a low temperature, because of course you don't want your butter to be burnt. So you don't want it to be burnt. So I'm melting it here. Look at, we are halfway. You can see that the sorbet is halfway there. It's coming together. It's coming silky and it's so beautiful. So I'm just going to melt this butter now. Meanwhile, I'm going to measure all the ingredients. Okay, I think it's okay because we don't want it to be melted completely. So I'm also adding the sugar. Then I'm adding the butter. Then I'm just going to melt the chocolate. Then I'm going to add some cacao powder. I'm adding here like 1 spoon. Yes. Then I'm going to add the rest. So I'm going to place it on my mat. I'm going to bring the tray. So this is, we are going first to the oven, and yes. So I'm placing it in the oven. It takes at least 5 to 7 minutes and it will be ready. So you see, I put it into the oven. So I'll be showing how to crawl it. So hello everyone. The cameraman is just gone. He will be right back. So how you guys doing? Hope you are enjoying the summer. It's nice weather here today. At least it's not so warm as always. So we are so glad that the weather is a bit different from last week. Across Europe, it was really, really warm. But now we are supposedly, in the late summer weather. So I have been going through different processing. You see, I'm making here the sorbet ice cream, and you can see that the procedure has gone so far, so you can see we have already made so much so far. We blend the ice cream, we pass it, we show how to make the tuile, and the tuile is in the oven right now. We are making it, it's baking there. So when it's ready, I will be showing step by step how to plate the ice cream. So it's just going. So here I also made the chocolate soil that I will be plating. the ice cream with. So look at that. So I'm just going to place it on the tray and take it to the oven. So this is the chocolate soil. So I'm just going to bring it to the oven and I will be right back. So when it's baked, we'll use the fork to loosen it up to create that soily texture that we are looking for. But I'll be right back. So the tuile is in the oven and also the chocolate soil is in the oven and the ice is almost ready. So I'm just going to start, cleaning up here the workspace and making place for us to dress or to plate the dessert. So you can see the sorbet is on its way now. So we are just going to go inside to roll up the tuile because the tuile is ready now. I'm sure we need about 5 minutes and 5 to 7 minutes for us to be able to roll up the tuile. So let's go inside. Let's go. So cameraman, come with me. So yes, just like I said, it's perfect. So we have here the perfect tuile. We have here the perfect tuile. It's ready. You can see it. So I'm just going to roll it one at a time. I will be showing the method to roll the tuile. It's so simple in one step. So, my macro, yes. So you have just 30 seconds to roll this tuile. Just 30 seconds. If you go more than that, it will be hardened because it's a hard cookies. So you see, it's perfect to decorate your dessert. You see, it's very, very perfect. Look at it. It's ready. I'm going to remove the other one. So you see, it's so flat and really, really easy to make. So, but it's warm. You should be able to, hold something. I don't know if you have something to protect your hands against heat, or if you can stand the heat, because it takes really few minutes to be able to roll this up. So you see, it's hardened. The first one is already hardened. You cannot do anything there anymore. So I have here the third. So you see here, I'm going just roll it anyhow you want. You can just roll it like this if you want. You see, it's so easy. It's not difficult. In a few minutes, it's hardened. So you must make sure that you are so fast possible. That is how it is done. If you stay too long, you cannot roll it up anymore. So, but it's really warm. So you see, that is so easy to roll it up. So you see, that is it. You have the cookies, the perfect tuile to decorate your dessert. Look at. So it's hardened. It's a crispy. You see, in few minutes, you hear it. In few minutes, it's crispy. It's thin. It's very thin. It's delicate, crispy, and it's really delicious. So the chocolate soil is here. I'm also cooking the chocolate soil or baking the chocolate soil. Look at it. So what am I going to do now? I'm going to loosen the chocolate soil. So you see, I'm just going to lose it. So I want to create that kind of like soil texture, you know. So you just smell it. Oh my goodness, it's so good. So I'm just creating that soil texture by using, the top of the what do you call it? The fork to spread it. So that is what I'm just doing here. You see it? It's not difficult. So you already created that soil texture that you want. So I'm just going to transfer it back to the oven so that it bakes a bit again. So it's not ready yet. So we are going to take this, one of the tray, maybe this, outside so that we can show what is. Yeah, but we are coming back, eh? So I'll be coming back later also for this. Yes, I'm going to take it outside. Or should we do the dressing here? Maybe. Okay. He said we should do the dressing. So we are going to check the sorbet down. Maybe we can plate inside because it's getting dark outside. So it's getting a bit dark outside. Yes. So you can look inside. So check it out. You can see how delicate this look. They're so gorgeous, so easy, but it's advisable that even when it's ready, you have to give it at least 2 hours in the freezer so that it's stiffen enough or is cold enough to at least I say minus 13 or minus 14 degrees. That is the best temperature or the best temperature for serving. Because at this point, yes, it's good if you just want to eat it, but it's a little bit, we call it soft ice at this point. So you still want to give it a little bit of coldness to be able to have that perfect texture in an ice cream. But all the same, you can see that it's really, really smooth. It's really, really, the texture is perfect. That is what you are looking any seasonal ice cream. So I'm just going to close it because I allow it to do more of its job because the machine is now at least cool to a temperature that it starts now, forming the real ice. So we still have to give it a few minutes to complete everything. So what you can also do at this is to just remove it because you can see it cannot form crystallization anymore because it has been, you see there is air coming into the ice cream. You can see that the amount is almost half 50% more. That is to say that there's lightness, there is a kind of air that has been incorporated into the ice. So the portion is double, or the amount is double. So if you now put it in an airtight container, and place it in the freezer for at least 2 hours or more, you will have that smooth texture ice cream that you are looking for. So I'm just going to bring an airtight container to remove this one first. I'll be right back. So I'm just going to remove it, and so look, look how silky it look. You see how silky that looks? That is the perfect, sorbet ice cream. Look how perfect this look. So after making it like this, it is best that you place it in the refrigerator, in the freezer, not the refrigerator, the freezer, for at least 2 hours, and you have that silky, scoop for an ice cream. But I'm just going to be fast, so I can take it to the freezer. And I'll be right back to start tuning the other one, where I show you how we can bring this beautiful dessert together. Oh, so gorgeous, and looks already so delicious. So I'm just going to the freezer, and I will be right back to show you. So the cookies, the tuile is ready, and the chocolate soil is ready. And look at that. And the sorbet is also ready. So how gorgeous is that? In a, how do you call it, under 2 hours we have be able to make a perfect from scratch homemade sorbet that will be serving with a tuile, a homemade tuile, simple, not complicated, and also a chocolate soil to go with this. So I'm just going to start the machine again. Allow the machine do its job while we return. So we are going back to the kitchen to show you how effect the finishing touch of this delicious recipe for today. So let's go. Come with me. So yes, here in our kitchen here, this is a chocolate soil. It's warm. Look at that. So here, look at, we have the chocolate soil that I made. The crispiness, the crunchiness is warm. You see, it's so warm. So I just brought it out of the oven. So you just use your spoon like this. If there is any, hard or too big nuts, you just, blend it like this, and you remove it and you make it, you see, chocolate soy. How amazing is that? You can serve that with your dessert this season, with chocolate, ice cream, with sorbet, vanilla ice cream, orange, which goes very well with chocolate. Imagine you just receiving this as a dessert in a restaurant. What do you think? It's so delicious. It's warm, really warm now, and but I will still be plating it just to show you how the dessert should look like. So I will just be plating it. So it's really still warm. Normally I should wait a bit, but I will still try to plate it so that I show you the finishing result. So I'm going to use here I will use this plate. So you see what we could be able to achieve in just 1 hour. Is it 1 hour? Almost 2 hours? Yes. That we could make everything from scratch.
1 hour 25.
Yes, 1 hour 25 minutes. We could be able to make everything here from scratch. Making the homemade sorbet from scratch, blending the strawberries, and straining them, creating, mixing them with the sugar syrup, making the sugar syrup, and start tuning it in the machine. And then we made the home made tuile here. So yes, we made the homemade tuile here, and also the chocolate soil. So I'm just going to plate. The chocolate soil is still warm. I don't have another one, but I'm still just going to show you guys so that you see how it's done. So I have here my brown, or how do you call it, dark chocolate soil. So I'm just going to have here also, it's a season also of how do you call it? Sherry. So I have here also my sherry concentrated sherry drops. So it also blend together this season. They are all seasonal, seasonal fruits, summer fruit. So I have here the strawberry. So I'm just going to add it 3 strawberries here. You see, it's already so beautiful. We don't need so much to do so much. Again, so I'm going to put this aside, and I'm also going to give it a touch later of raspberry. This all this season. So I'm bringing the tuile. Look how beautiful and gorgeous this look. It's crispy, you see. It's crispy and it's tender. Just It's so good. Honestly, so good. You can't believe it that you made this with just 4 ingredients. It's so good. So I'm going to bring the sorbet now. So it's a pity that I still just have to show you the sorbet. So look, the color is so beautiful, pure sorbet. So I'm just going to scoop, the sorbet. Look at that. How beautiful this look. I think everyone will love to eat this sorbet. It's so light. It's so gorgeous. Look, then you just add it here. The touch of that tuile. So I'm just going to now add a little bit of color. Look at that. So this summer dessert, I think everyone would love to eat this. That is my seasonal sorbet, smooth sorbet of the season, made from strawberry. Right in our kitchen, in the backyard of our house, we created this sorbet to inspire you guys this season. I made a smooth texture and strawberry sorbet served with dark chocolate soil with a homemade tuile. At the side there, I added a little bit of drop from concentrated cherries and also some fresh raspberry, strawberries, and also powder from raspberry. So I hope you enjoy this episode. Hope you can also make this, replicate this. I'm coming back. So look at that, guys. Look at that, guys. So this is homemade sorbet from strawberry this season to inspire you cook fine dining and this delicious fresh meal in the comfort of your own home, just using step-by-step procedures and recipe like I showed you in this episode live. So we are here this season to inspire you with most of the meals that we make here in our kitchen. We make everything here from scratch, homemade, even to the sweets or to the cookies that we give with our coffee and tea are all made here in our kitchen. And our aim is also to inspire you to cook delicious meal in the comfort of your own home using simple ingredients that you can find around you. Turning that simple 1, 2, 3 ingredients into a fine dining recipe that you can bring on your table for your friends and family. How gorgeous is it? How amazing is this? Anyone can make this in the comfort of their own home. So what are you waiting for? Please reciprocate, recreate this recipe, and tag me in your videos to let me know if you have been inspired by what I do here in our kitchen. My name is once again Chef Vivian from Klavertje Kitchen, and I thank all of you that have joined this episode today to watch me live here in my kitchen. I am sending this live right in our little city here called Kuno in the province of West Flanders in our little country of Belgium. Thank you guys, everyone who joined this live episode today to make this live a reality. I'm also inspire you guys to cook daily at home using simple ingredients like this, whether you are a home cook or you are an inspired chef who wants to elevate his technique and grow from one step to another. Yes, I have 18 years of cooking experience and daily I am still learning, but I want to show the world and teach the world what I know. And I don't just want to keep it right here in my kitchen. I want to share it with you guys. And I hope this recipe inspires somebody right there somewhere. So share this recipe with your friends and family or to whom it may be useful. Thank you. So see you guys in the next episode where we'll be also showing amazing technique, what we do here in our kitchen, because that is the drive. That is the drive. And this summer, we'll also be inspiring you with most of our garden to plate ingredient. Everything growing in our backyard or at our backyard to show you how you can reciprocate that on your plate every day. So thank you guys and see you again in the next episode. Love you. Bye bye, everyone. Ciao.